Oh, dirty motherfucker. What up? What up? It's your boy Marco from Upside Down Studios. It's What the Fuck Wednesday. That did not play back. That whole it did not come back on my browser. Did it come out on yours?
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, my whole system here is acting all fucking screwy. I don't know what the fuck it is.
I just hope the start where you said "you dirty motherfucker" just right out of the gate, and then bam, intro. Perfect.
It's the operator.
It could be. It could be. So what up, everybody? It's What the Fuck Wednesday. It's been a crazy. It's just been a crazy fucking day. You know, the rest of the week has been but it's been a crazy fucking day. We got Dino the Genetic Marvel in the fucking house, our foreign correspondent that we invited, and we are privileged to have him come and join us. We also invited the comedian Dan D.D. Smith.
Wow. Yeah, this is a lot of inside baseball, everybody. Just FYI. It's been a day. It's been a day. Bro.
Okay.
So, Dan, he asked earlier, because I happened to tell everybody what we were talking about on the show except Dan, and I apologize for that.
Thanks.
But
I mean, he wasn't there. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I wanted to talk about a few Facebook posts that I put out earlier today and a couple of the comments that came back. Oh my God. Yeah. Froze on her. One of the comedian friends of ours is all on this meteor kick. Yeah, okay. There. And talking about don't pick up the parts of the meteor and this and that, which I don't think was a goddamn meteor to begin with, but did you hear about that over there in Canada, Dino?
Yeah. I saw something on TikTok that there was no warning that a meteor fell, which, I mean, what more does this millennia need than to start off with fucking meteor robot, bro? Have you seen War Machine yet? Have you seen it? No, it's on Netflix. No. It's brand new. It's actually really good. And also, it's exactly like a meteor falling, bro. We're all gonna die. I don't care anymore.
See, this is my thing. Were there any sightings in Canada?
I didn't see anything on Canadian stuff. I only saw that it was in Ohio. Nothing else.
See, now this is the problem that I'm getting. I've been kind of in between all the bullshit in my post today. I've been kind of keeping up on the Bigfoot thing and this meteor thing. So. For anybody who doesn't know the whole gist of it, because I was catching it. I didn't hear it. That's the weird thing. Everybody else heard it. I was up during that time. Didn't hear shit. But the first reports was, I seen somebody from Cleveland that I know post, did anybody hear a big bang outside? And then that was around, and it was early, way earlier before any time that it's saying on television or the media. So then, the comments under it, one of them from from Painesville and outskirts of Cleveland said it was an earthquake. So for a good 2 hours, it was an earthquake. Then I see, I'm getting ready for the shelter and shit, so I go back and I look on my phone again. And WFMJ, the local news around here, is asking if anybody has any pictures or footage of the anomaly in the sky.
So I have a video pulled up. It Meteor rocks Cleveland with loud boom. I was going to play it for myself. I can't show it live. It's on YouTube, but even still, I'm going to turn up my volume and see how it goes. So,
Okay, so here's where it starts getting weirder, though.
Yeah.
So after that, after the WFMJ thing went, then
Yeah.
I started hearing there's reports from Maryland Maryland, that a meteor was sighted going through the sky. Now, just physics and just I mean, I'm not the smartest person, and I will admit that. But I'm sorry. A meteor that has made it through our atmosphere. So that
Yeah.
means most of it had to burn up.
Yeah.
Still
Allegedly.
is traveling fast enough not only to be seen from Maryland to Cleveland, but the sonic boom was supposedly heard from Maryland to Cleveland. Sonic boom. That's what the
That's a long way, bro. That's not.
okay.
It's 5
So
hours.
then it's a meteor in Cleveland that passed Cleveland. A couple hours later, a meteor hit Cleveland. Now again, we go back to some plain old logic here. If we've learned anything from the movies, especially Marvel movies, if you drop something against the earth at a certain velocity and a certain size, that fucking little piece of whatever is gonna make it's gonna be an issue. The example I have from that, I don't know if you recall a couple years back, where the refrigerator, just the refrigerator size meteor was, might hit us, and that would have had the impact of an atomic bomb. The size of a refrigerator would have had that impact. So now this thing is big enough to burn off some and still have a sonic boom heard from Maryland to Cleveland. Now, supposedly it hit. They don't know where it hit, but supposedly it fucking hit. I haven't heard no reports of craters. I haven't heard no reports of any of that shit.
It looks like, okay. Do you know where? Okay. Acme, Ratman, Doylestown, Wadsworth. Do those sound familiar?
Wadsworth does.
Okay, so just south of Wadsworth, looks like the red zone, what NASA pinpointed where it would have landed.
That's Jared's absolutely right. It does seem like it skipped like a rock through the pond. But again, no impact zone. Now, as we're keeping an eye, and then all of a sudden it went from a meteor to it was a meteor shower. So now we got a meteor shower that was big enough to make sonic booms that went from Maryland to Cleveland.
Here's a thought. Okay, hold on. Now, a meteor shower is pieces of meteorite.
Right.
Now, hold on. If it had a trajectory which crossed from Maryland over to Cleveland, which is only like 6 hours away from each other.
Only.
Now, if it broke, say it was of the size of a car. I thought I read somewhere.
Oh, I got the size. I know the size. That's another one of the fucked up things about it.
If it was, say, a ton, like I read, and I'm not sure, if it's a conflicting sense or anything like that. If it was a ton, say it had a trajectory that wasn't straight down, it crossed, like a long.
It didn't have a straight down trajectory. It had a sideways. It had a horizontal trajectory.
Well, that makes sense if that's its orbit.
It's not. It wasn't in orbit though. It was coming into us. Like I see what you're saying. Like it would stay uniform, but the fact that now it's not one piece to make the sonic boom. It's a lot harder for a bunch of pieces to be close enough together to make one big sonic boom. But
it doesn't matter.
Right. So, but here's another weird thing that totally blows that theory out the water. Sorry, Dan. Nobody is talking about the reports of the fucking same things coming from Texas.
I'm sorry. What did you just say?
Nobody is saying shit about the ones coming from Texas. Opposite direction.
Hold on. I'm Googling now.
And those are moving all kind of wonky.
I don't got enough fucking things to monitor all this shit.
Now, to go back to your size. Now, because we were already told that a refrigerator-sized meteor hitting the Earth would be like an atomic bomb. This thing was 6 foot by 7, 6 foot 7 inches. It was the size of a person.
The thing that I see says it's 7 tons. 7-ton meteor streaks across the sky over multiple states.
So now we got a 7-ton meteor. What's the dimensions of it? Are they given now? Because like I said, when I seen it, it was just, they said it was like 6 foot. It was like the size of a person, 6'7".
Says an asteroid weighing about 7 tons and traveling 45,000 miles per hour zoomed over multiple states and lit up the sky, causing a loud boom that some residents mistook for an explosion. What an odd thing to say.
And now, you know, while nobody was talking about Texas, this thing supposedly hit 7 tons. 7 tons at 40,000. You said 40,000 miles?
45,000 miles.
45,000 miles. Hit somewhere in Cleveland, and I didn't feel it over here. It's kind of hard to believe.
Technically, if it was moving at speed, you do realize from Maryland to Cleveland, that's like 2 minutes. If that.
Yeah, I get that. I totally get that.
So theoretically, that could happen.
I don't think it can happen if it's in multiple pieces. I think there would be a bunch of if it was multiple pieces like the shower, but now it's back to one big 7-ton thing.
If it's descending,
are you not seeing how? Are you not seeing how the bullshit is getting thicker and thicker coming out of the media? Reaganomics was finally right about something.
Okay, so it flew by, making the sound, the noise, and the debris trail trickled down. Reaganomics was it's fucking. I'm watching a video of Dallas. So secondary video emerges of unidentified object captured in the sky roughly 30 minutes from Dallas. No confirmation from NASA of any activity over Texas as of now. Does the object change direction, or is it the camera? Well, no, I think it's just the camera guy. And there's another one. Yeah, no, it's fucked up.
Yeah, so something ain't right. And then right before the show started, I seen one thing of a guy holding a piece of this meteor that he supposedly found, which was this weird crystalline. It was kind of black but iridescent type deal, you know, a type chunk of whatever. And then I seen somebody else with just like black rocks from it, saying that it was debris.
Hey, did you ever? I remember watching in black and white. I watched this in Greece. Was the black and white version of The Blob?
Yep.
And yeah, that's seems accurate. I think it'd be funny. I think it'd be funny. I don't. Do you remember when people got mailed seeds and they're like, "Well, it was odd because I never ordered any seeds, but I planted those seeds." And you're like, "Why would you do that? Why would you? Why would you be stupid?"
Because they look like weed seeds.
I mean,
what the fuck does a weed seed look like?
You've never seen a weed seed?
No,
really?
I don't. Hey!
Oh,
listen,
Jesus Christ.
No, I don't deal with that kind of stuff. That's for criminals. Okay?
I don't want to hear shit about your hard times if you don't fucking know what a weed seed looks like. Oh, that we grew up in the house and my parents had to do this and that, and nope, don't want to hear it. If you didn't fucking see a seed.
I haven't had hard times, sir. I don't have hard times. My parents had hard times. I lived in the lap of luxury.
Here's me, a non-wheat.
Times have changed. We brought in a red light district. Everyone, it's right up there.
How you doing?
When a Greek word for creed that looked like the black and white blob. I mean, that's fair.
I don't smoke at all. How the fuck do I know what it is? Well, I smoke very little.
Oh, it's because you're one of the poors. That's
It's because I'm from Youngstown.
yeah. Hey, you said it, not me. Whatever, man. It's fine.
So that was the.
I'm learning
that was
so
the-
much today. Okay,
That was the
Yeah.
first thing that kind of tipped
Yeah.
tipped into the bucket this morning was
How
the
many-
whole meteor thing.
How many
and-
wheat seeds in 7 tons?
Oh, here's another thing that might be a coincidence, might not be a coincidence, but at the same time the one was going over Texas, flyers were being just dumped everywhere. Zombie apocalypse flyers. Zombie preparedness flyers. Nobody knows where
Aw.
they came from.
I have
you
enough
ever ate
Lego
it?
to keep zombies away from my house for about 100 yards. It's okay. It'll be fine.
You keep
I
Dan
didn't
away
learn
with
what the fuck you.
Oh, Dan wouldn't get 2 feet. No way.
No, he only got one.
Lego? Hey, he'd fall over and then be, I'm in the Lego. It's worse than fucking mousetraps, bro.
Like
Okay?
old school ECW with the thumbtacks. It'd just be Legos stuck all over him.
It's the sustainable version of thumbtacks, everyone. By the way, weed seeds they look like fucking little lentils. They don't, it's not fucking, hey, I'm no fucking grower of things. How the fuck would I know that shit?
No, you're not.
Did he say they look like lentils?
Yes.
The fuck does a lentil look like? I don't know what a lentil looks like, motherfucker.
Like a weed seed.
Jesus.
I'll be honest. It's, yeah. Looks very, I would say almost identical. Yeah. Anyways.
It was given to us by the gods, see?
Oh, for sure. Come on.
Oh my god.
All right, so now here's some more weird shit that I came across. There's a dude, General McAllister or Sergeant McAllister, some shit like that.
That's a big difference.
He it was in the point of the fucking story is not that, dick.
It's still it's a huge fucking
He was a big part of the UFO disclosure shit that went on last year.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
He was
That's like
privy.
saying
He's got
this
crazy
homeless
eyes.
guy.
He's got
He
crazy
was-
eyes, right?
I think so. He was privy to a lot of the classified information not about propulsion and like non-engine propulsion, 0-point shit, and all that, and nuclear shit. He is magically missing, and so are the two other. They found the two other physicists that were doing research on that, who were also, I believe, in that whole disclosure thing, dead.
Other dude's in another dimension.
No, because supposedly he put out a message or something. Like, it was real weird. Like, he said he's still here or something like that. But that was it.
He's
Yeah,
still here. He's just in another dimension.
It was almost like the Netanyahu thing where, which is clearly AI, where he's walking next to that one senator saying, Tony, or some shit like that.
Did he write it on a mirror? Did he write the message on a mirror?
I just like Netanyahu grabbing the coffee with 18 fingers, like,
Yeah.
yes, I am a normal, reasonable person just drinking coffee on a regular day. Thank you very much. Ha 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 ha. I always had 27 fingers. Glug, 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 glug. Yeah, it was fucking weird.
So he
So,
was in the Matrix.
so coming across that made me
Yeah.
fall down the rabbit hole of something called Project Helios and something else called Project Artemis. The one thing that a lot of these libtards were right about was with us, I didn't know this, but we hit 5,500 different targets, and that was as of yesterday. That's a lot of bullets. And so we were spending like crazy. So in order to offset the spending, we're not shooting bullets anymore. Not only do we have, I believe Helios is the one coming from the sky.
Project Helios is laser,
Yeah,
is a
coming
high
from the
energy
sky.
laser.
We're using that, and the fact that the Star people got something like that too, kind of is very disheartening. We found that out through the Star people just running their mouth. But we have something else called Project Artemis, which a lot of people say that it shouldn't exist or it shouldn't be real. No, well, we on Upside Down Studios covered when China redid their whole army, and they blatantly came out and had GI Joe weapons like lasers and shit. Remember that, Greg?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got
Yep.
lasers. Well, we got lasers now too, and they're on our warships. So
Yay! Here's a quick question for you. Would it not be hilarious if the space uh, laser beam was also like run on quarters? Like you had to, like an arcade game where
I mean,
you
it's
just
a
had to line
possi-
up and you're like, I got next. And then you just like, and it has to be quarters. And you're just like, or they have tokens. It's like a real bitch to get the tokens. It's one place in Alaska. That's why Nowhere's allowed to go to Alaska. So you got to go to Alaska. You got to get the tokens, and then you
Well,
go to.
I think the
Charles.
reason why we haven't used it as much, and everybody thinks this is alien technology or this or that. No, no, no. This is old shit. These are old lasers. Ronald Reagan had that shit floating up there forever. So it is a good possibility that there's an arcade mode on there, and we got to keep going up there and dumping quarters. I mean, it was the fucking 80s. Just saying. That thing probably
I was
has
just joking,
that thing
like,
probably
I
has
was
an
just joking, but that
Atari
actually
cartridge
makes.
in it.
Oh, hey, listen. You know what? I don't doubt that half of the integration is done with. And remember how bad an Atari joystick was? That
Yeah.
thing sucked shit.
Yeah, it was
That
worse than a
piece of shit.
Logitech in a submarine.
Oh, fuck it.
You fix the fire button with fucking tinfoil. So you make contact. You put fucking tinfoil inside the little thing.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Logitech was like, okay, and press B to confirm? Oh, I pressed X, not X, and they just imploded. Like that was. Don't press X. Just don't. Yeah, that's not the button.
Dr. Spock set your phasers to
I
stun.
mean, even a lot of the fucking astronauts, like when they were asked why hasn't anybody been back to space, and I forget which one it was, but he was the one who said we pretty much went up there with an Atari and a roller coaster car, and now for some reason we can't make it back there. It doesn't make sense.
So there was my ex-wife, my ex-father-in-law. He went to the Smithsonian and saw the lander, and he was like, I have questions, because she's like, bro, that looks like tinfoil and fucking hopes and dreams. Like that is held together by thoughts and prayers. Like it is not. Like it does not look like something you're like, oh yeah, that could go through. Like that's not a thing. Like it's alarming how flimsy it looks.
And I will be the first to admit, especially after the more and more evidence of bullshit and the more and more research I've done on the filming of the moon landing. If we did get there that one time, the footage that we've saw, is not it. There was a contingency plan that if we didn't make it to the moon, we were still going to say we made it to the moon, and that's where Stanley Kubrick came in, where he filmed the whole moon thing. Now, as far as for the people who think we never went there or never made it there, you're idiots. The Asians don't give a fuck about what we think, and they've been back and forth to the moon quite a few times. The dark side, no less. So
Artemis 2 is scheduled to launch no earlier than April the 1st.
Is it the moon flat?
no.
2026. 2026.
No. That got changed. Remember a few days ago I told you we were supposed to do another mission to the moon, and they were
Yep.
all charged up about it. And it was supposed to be coming up soon, and then all of a
Yeah.
sudden it got canceled.
When did it get canceled? Why would they do that? Let's go.
Because they said there was too many firsts. It was a first for this new spacecraft. It was a first for the new space suits. It was a first for the new There was some other new shit, maybe a life support system. There was all kind of new shit, and they said all combined, it was a combination for catastrophe.
Do you think it'd be funny if the astronauts came out in their new suits and all the new suits were designed by Hugo Boss?
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yes, we are going back to the moon. We will take care of the moon, and we will bring back the treasures that the moon has been holding in its crevices.
Why are you talking like Hitler?
Oh no, we don't. We don't say that. We say funny little painter.
Whatever. Weird mustache
Austrian
guy.
painter,
The autistic kid with the funny mustache. There.
Okay, whatever.
So oddly enough, after this, because we're gonna deal into this too, because a lot of people say that NATO is generally for peacekeeping and shit like that, which is true. Well, at least that's what they say. But you don't realize that NATO is the one that's keeping up the war in Ukraine. They're the ones that are telling Zelensky, no, keep fighting and don't do whatever. But our President Trump, and it's even been reported now, he didn't ask because we needed. He asked to see if they would ask NATO to go in and do mine sweeps in the Strait of Hormuz, not to put any boots on the ground, not to send any kind of. He wanted some warships to go do some mine sweeps, because that was the rumor going around. The Iranians mined the Strait of Hormuz, which, I mean, let's be fucking real, guys. If they mine the Strait of Hormuz, then they can't use it either.
Yeah.
Especially if they have no radar capabilities anymore.
All right. How did they mine the Strait of Hormuz while we're in the middle of the fucking Gulf dropping bombs on them? It had.
Well, they do. The one part, I guess, that when I was doing a little research on their army, they don't have big warships, but they got a bunch of tiny little fast ones, and they do have a few submarines. So that way, you send 5-10 little ships up top and distract them while somebody's dropping mines on the bottom. But again, why would you do that when you're still trying to move fucking oil in and out of the Strait of Hormuz yourself? Because don't let the war in the media fool you. It is not blocked. Traffic has slowed down a lot because, and this is something that I sent Jared, the Lords of London or whatever, who have a pretty much lock on the insurance claims on them ships, have shut down a lot of the insurance claims. And because the insurance claims aren't on these ships, no other place will let these ships dock, because there's a big liability on them. There's, who's going to pay if something goes wrong? Not the captain. And that's where a lot of this gas prices and, it's because of Trump's doing this and the Strait of Hormuz thing. No, there's a lot of fuckery going on, and it's coming from the fucking crown, and we just snatched that shit up. That's why I couldn't understand where Trump was coming up with these insurance policies and how we were going to start doing the insurance policies and this and that. What he's talking about is the maritime insurance. That Lords of London, which started off as a little coffee shop and turned into a whole fucking chunk of London, which is ran by the Crown, is the one who does that. And pretty much, if they don't give you your insurance, if they don't sign their name on that little paper, then nobody wants you in their port.
Yeah.
And supposedly there's over 200 tankers that are just sitting in the Strait of Hormuz. Now, if we really wanted to take them out, either side, they are sitting there filled with oil that they can't move because they don't have insurance.
So interestingly enough, too, there's a word was created because of tankers that do have insurance or that are waiting for clearance and stuff. What they do is they will go in just like a figure eight, like an infinity sign, and it's called Lloyd's Looper. And essentially what they're waiting on Lloyd's of London. It's cheaper for them to stay there than to go anywhere else.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
It's a whole thing. Like it's like they have a monopoly of control over maritime insurance.
So now you take that into consideration on who said no to the United States.
Everybody in Europe.
The UK.
Okay.
Yeah.
France said they think about it, but Trump told France to go fuck themselves. Germany. It was France, Germany, Italy. I think Italy, and there was one other place that we dumped tons of money into. All of them said no. Which just now everybody's like, this is the one argument I'm hearing is, oh, well, they're peacekeepers and they shouldn't be in this war and they shouldn't do this and that. And we started this. We're the aggressors. They usually go, they're more in the defense end, which sounds like a good little, it sounds good on paper. But when you realize that NATO themselves, the whole charter of NATO, the whole idea of NATO is you fuck with one of them, you fuck with all of them. No matter who's wrong, that's what the United Nations Council is for, to figure out who is wrong at the end of the war.
Yes.
That's where you have your military tribunals. That's where you have your whatever the fucks. That's where your UN Council comes in. So this whole horse shit about they shouldn't have our backs. We didn't need to have their fucking backs in Ukraine.
Yes.
Although there is other sides of that story that the U.S. had their fucking dick in that mix no matter what, ultimately that was a European issue that Ukraine wasn't even in NATO and still isn't in NATO.
Yes.
But yet, who is footing the majority of the bill for that? The United States. And who is crying when when we want to back out? NATO. Who is telling fucking Zelensky to fucking keep this war going? NATO.
Yes.
And each and every one of them who's telling us that this ain't their war is telling us we gotta fund their war.
Yeah. Hey, it's like NATO wants to be kicked out of 109 countries or something. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense on top of everything else, right? Like
now, oddly enough, you know who is sending warships over to help out and do mine sweeps?
Who?
Argentina. The German Hispanics.
Bro. Honestly, I don't know how to deal with these people anymore at this point. It's this whole thing has gotten so confusing that I just want to go back to the times before the internet. I think that's what I want. And maybe I'm a Luddite. I'm just fucking abandon everything. I don't care. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, so I mean, in my eyes, the way this whole thing works in a real life situation to us.
Yeah.
I made the example to fucking Jared online. We may argue, we may bicker and fight amongst ourselves. We may think one of us is wrong amongst ourselves. But if one of us jumps, we're all jumping. We motherfuck each other afterward.
Yeah.
We tell you're a fucking idiot, you shouldn't have did that afterward. But best believe, Greg jumps, I jump. I jump, Jared jumps. Any of us jump, Scotty jumps. Here comes Bigfoot Ricky. I mean, and then at the end of the day, we'll sit there and be like, you're an asshole for doing that. Fuck you. We'll argue with each other, but that is what NATO is, or was supposed to be. We argue about that shit afterward.
Yes.
I jumped, motherfucker. Come the fuck on.
That's why it doesn't make any sense. Right? This is why it's a weird, it doesn't jive. Some of the stuff doesn't make any sense, but I don't know.
So half of NATO has a disability?
Yeah, that's what it seems like. And now, speaking of fucking NATO, so I started doing a little bit of digging into the whole NATO thing. Because someone else who remains to be seen, I don't want to be trolling nobody no more until he gets his privileged invite. But someone decided to not only take that stance, but to not look into anything else. Like, these are our allies and we need them. America, like the leader of NATO, there is actually one guy. There is one leader of NATO. And
Yeah.
he just came out to all of them folks and told them, if you think that you could defend yourselves, any one of your countries together, think you could defend yourselves without America, you're absolutely mistaken.
Yes.
Not only does America still fund 70% of NATO, because it was greater before Trump backed a lot. We were doing a damn near 90+% of NATO. Trump backed a lot of that shit off in in his first administration, and then of course Biden's fucking soft ass went right back into it. But
Soft ass?
so we got 70% of NATO is funded by us. Now, that's not including the intelligence, because we provide NATO intel. We're the ones. We're the ones that tell them if anything is going on around the world. I didn't even know that shit. That, like the U.S., really? We're the ones telling everybody this shit? We are the ones we are the only country with mass transit of tanks and all that type of shit. There's no other country that can do it. Not in NATO.
No. NATO relies on the generosity of others. They're not, yeah. And then they're like, "I'll be your friend if you don't fight us." You're like, "No, I don't want to be your friend, man." You guys
And
are
then
dicks.
we go to the nuclear options. A few of the NATO nations got nukes, but nothing big enough to really cause more of a problem to anybody but themselves.
Yeah. I don't know, but is that by design? Are there agreements already for them? I don't know if they're allowed to have like the nuclear weapons. You know what I mean?
No, there's
Like,
only certain countries that ain't allowed to have them. Like Russia supposedly wasn't allowed to have them, but they said fuck you guys. So then it was like, all right, well you can have a few, but we're gonna have the same amount.
don't tell anybody, okay? We got a fucking reputation, okay?
And speaking of, and this goes into the Koreas, but we, for some ungodly reason, have our doomsday planes in the skies over Iran. And the doomsday planes are, well, generally they're put out there to be a warning. Those planes they don't carry any kind of missile payload. They don't carry any kind of weaponry. What it carries is the button. While Russia's a little bit more sophisticated from what we talked about with their Cyberdyne system or their last, where they go after whatever hit them last. America got a bunch of planes, and each one of them planes got that switch on it, and it's just one switch. Bunch of planes got just this one switch that does it all. So if they take out 5, the 6th one still has that same switch. And once that switch is hit, all our nukes shoot at whatever the fuck shot at us last.
Is it Cyberdyne from Terminator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those are in the air. Those are in the air right now. Those have been in the air since this morning. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the meteors in the sky or the zombie papers. I mean, who knows?
Listen, in all honesty, it's terrifying to think that they weren't well, hold on. If they were meteorites, that's scary. Downright terrifying.
Especially because, wait a minute, nobody was warned. You didn't see that? None of that came. If this was meteors, this is telling the world that our fucking radar capabilities are shit. Come shoot us. That is what it is.
Yeah, basically.
You just televised to the world that we were vulnerable.
Yes. And also, too, like, if they weren't meteorites and just failed projectiles, that's significantly worse.
There was a giant in the ocean throwing rocks at us.
There's talks on shit like that too.
I mean,
Get out of the ocean.
yeah, I'm in the ocean just throwing rocks,
Now,
just
now,
at 45,000 miles an hour. Just
You got a fucking rocket arm. We should send
So-
you. We should send you the Major League.
so
Baseball.
another big thing that's been going across the news is this so-called whistleblower that resigned from Trump administration because he felt like there was no reason why we're in this war or whatever.
oh,
I'm
what
not-
he's a bleeding heart. Does it? Tell him to fucking man up and stop being a bitch.
Well, see, here's the thing.
Says
Now-
the Canadian who won't send help for the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Hold on, I gotta find something out.
So,
I want to see if Greece is helping with the Strait of Hormuz. That's what.
Oh, you're gonna switch teams. You fucker.
no, that's his home team. I'll give him that one.
Well, it's home.
So, now Korea or they this guy, the whistleblower, supposedly, I've been seeing a lot about this, and it kind of gives a lot of credence to these the libtards who say this war is for nothing because this administration is saying the war is over the whole nuclear option or whatever that Iran kept trying to proliferate, and in a way, I saw what they were saying because last year around this time we were supposed to have gotten rid of all that with the bunker busters. We got them all, this and that. Well, in that time, in this whole debacle of what's going on, apparently Little Kim in North Korea is jealous. He's not getting any attention, so he wants to get in on the whole mix. And he's talking about that. Now, North Korea, it does not have the best technology. North Korea does not have the best program or whatever type shit there.
What?
But they have the nuclear, they do have a couple nukes. They may not be able to send them very far, but they do got a few nukes. Now, in his little boastful rant, this Korean fucking commentator who I was watching talk about this has been talking about the Iranian nuclear projects and the labs that are under the sand there that are still there, and he knows this because the scientists there and the physicists there are North Korean. So now is Little Kim talking out his ass, or is this administration fucking right and nobody wants to fucking mind their own goddamn business because you can't tell everybody everything, assholes? And in the mix of that, now we just talked about the capabilities that the Koreans have, and I think it's just because of resources, because obviously if they can make nukes in the litter box, it just comes down to resources then. But they can make missiles that go a few miles. I forget how many miles it are, but they can make missiles that go a few miles. That, again, also kind of flub in the air. Almost like a meteor that would cross the sky and just blow up on its own. That never hit the ground, that if it was 7 fucking tons, would have fucking hit like a goddamn atomic bomb at 45,000 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Now, that launch capability could come from a submarine because the North Koreans have submarines.
So North Koreans are attacking us, is what you're saying? With a
We're
target?
not. I'm saying it's a lot of coinkydinks. And Greg, why don't you put that allegedly up on the thing?
You got it.
that might be appropriate.
Now, I don't know if I'm seeing this or if I'm high and I really don't smoke. Does the bottom right part of Marco's screen look like it's throwing gang signs?
That
It's
would
my
be,
upside down studio sign.
yeah.
Oh, all right. It looks like you're throwing gang signs.
I don't know what
In
gang he
emoji.
was in. You was
The
in the
emo-
you were in the
emoji
Crips,
gang.
weren't you? You were in the
Emoji
Crips.
gang. Emoji gang.
You were in the Crips.
Oh. The craps.
So,
Oh, God.
you know,
Yeah.
as far as that's a lot of ties together in the whole world of bullshit there that I could understand kind of why nobody is talking about us sweeping Ecuador.
Why are we sweeping Ecuador?
Apparently, we went in with troops and we swept Ecuador today.
Too much sand?
Jesus Christ. All right. Why did
And while
why did that happen?
it's something to do with drugs, supposedly.
Oh boy.
So now, while everybody had cameras in Trump's face and Trump's just fucking with them right in their face, like he went out, he was like, maybe I'll take Cuba. I can take Cuba. Wouldn't it be an honor for me to take Cuba? Just rage baiting motherfuckers. And while that is happening, well, Ecuador got swept.
So you're saying Trump's like the little orange painter?
Oh, I wouldn't say that, but I think the orange painter had a better vision and a better way of taking care of things. But you know, if you look into the history of the orange painter and his real words and what was really going on, yeah, we was on the wrong side of the fucking house that was painted.
I mean,
I'm really confused. I'm trying to figure out which orange painter you're talking about. The one with the little mustache or the one with the fucked up hair?
No, one was really, really white. The other one's orange.
I got you.
And Trump in a million years could not pull off an SS outfit. That was too classy. The SS was crisp. They were fucking crisp.
I mean, yeah. Hugo Boss making a comeback. Yeah.
So
I don't know, man.
What you got on Ecuador? I see the look on your face. You're like, fuck.
Fucking yeah, that was out of the blue. Hold on. Ecuador. What happened? What's the
Sweeping.
We swept the cartels down there. Supposedly it was cartels down there.
So as of mid-March 2026, which is right now, the Ecuadorian government under President Daniel Noboa has initiated a sweeping 2-week anti-drug military offensive targeting criminal networks with support from the United States of America.
It's called
This offensive involves
operations.
the offensive involves deploying over 75,000 soldiers.
More in Ecuador than in Iran. Just for people to let y'all know how serious this Iran thing is. Say that number again, Dino. Just give it another.
75,000. I want to hold on. I'm just going to separately Google size of Ecuador's military force. Okay. So active duty
12.
is between 39 and 41,000 ish. Reserve personnel is 118,000. So there's a lot of reserves.
So they could have 5,000 there alone.
So, well, hey, like that means there's a very good chance that there's anywhere from 10 to 20,000 Americans are there, probably, if not more.
Now,
because
how many Americans are deployed to Iran?
Oh, hold on. Deployed to Iran. 50,000.
So we said 75,000 to Ecuador. 50,000 to
there's 50,000 in so okay, so There are no reported U.S. troops deployed directly inside Iran. However, over 50,000 U.S. personnel are in the Middle East region, with approximately 2,500 to 5,000 additional Marines and sailors being deployed to the Gulf area following the start of hostilities between U.S., Israel, and the Iran on February 28th.
So none of them are in Iran. None of them.
What about? Hold on. What about the ship they're sending from North or was it North Korea or South Korea to the state or strait or?
I just heard a beep. Somebody.
It's Ryan.
Hey, you can't hear us? Why can't you hear us?
All right, well, we'll let him deal with his problems and give me a heads up there, Ryan, when you're ready.
So yeah, there's not a fucking troop in Iran. 75,000 in Ecuador.
Well, let's
20,000 Americans.
at least. Like
Allegedly.
it says, U.S. forces are actively involved in working with the Ecuadorian military, targeting groups deemed to be involved in Georgia. Like, yeah, so they can't not like there's going to be like it may not be like as many as Iran or the Middle East, but like that's one country versus the Middle East. So.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You're spread. You're like pissing in the ocean when you're saying there's troops in fucking the Middle East. Whereas you're pissing in the toilet when you're saying there's troops in Ecuador.
Well, hold on. I'm going to find out how big Ecuador is. How big
What's
is
the population?
It's smaller than Texas.
It's 109,000 square miles. This is small.
Yeah. What's the population? Probably the whole population of their military.
18 million people.
18 million
18.4 to 18.5. So
that's smaller.
Let's call it 18
Ohio,
and a half.
isn't it?
Yeah, that's a lot smaller than all. That's like Delaware or Massachusetts.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's see. Of Ohio. So that was 109. So Ecuador is 109 square miles, and Ohio is like 44,000, almost 45,000.
Huh. So it's a little bit bigger than Ohio.
Twice the size of Ohio, let's say. But yeah, has less of a population.
It's like a Dakota.
Yeah. Like that.
It's like a Dakota or a Carolina.
Wyoming.
Yeah.
Can't be a Carolina. Carolina's got all kinds of fucking people in it.
Did Ryan get his shit fixed yet?
Come on, man.
No, I just seen him wiggle his finger now.
Nope, not yet.
He's actually just going to rub one out while looking at us. That's all.
No, he's looking at you, I hope.
I bet you he is.
That's great for you. I love that. I love that for you.
So we're sweeping Ecuador right now, and we don't really know why. Oh, we got the generic drugs answer. I'm noticing that all the answers either involve drugs or nuclear weapons. No oil, oddly enough. No oil. So yeah, that kind of got me fucked up. Another thing I'd like to dispel, because I've seen it going around, and I even posted it, and I wrote at the top that they don't have anything to do with each other. But for you people who think that shutting down the Keystone Pipeline fucked our oil prices and gas prices up this way, no, that really had nothing. That was a pipeline going from Canada to Mexico. America just let that shit happen. And obviously America stopped it. So that would have had nothing to do with it.
I don't understand. Listen, I'm sorry, but can we not just admit that the increase in oil prices have nothing to do with anything, and it's just an opportunity to gouge everyone?
I'm a firm believer the increases in the gas prices are because of that Lords of London shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it's about. Because that's who controls the flow of that fucking shit.
Yeah. This is the whole thing. the whole thing is bullshit because look, you have oil, we have a ton of oil too. And oh yeah, we can't use that. Why not? And I saw a thing on TikTok that was saying that what Iran wants is $200 a barrel. That's what they want.
Well, from what I just seen before the show, Iran says they don't want the war to
All
stop.
right. Ryan is ready, I believe. All right, here we go.
Put him on. No, he's
All right,
not ready.
Yeah, you got his mic muted. He's definitely not ready.
He doesn't
Can't
even know
hear.
where his camera is. He's Jesus Christ.
Sorry, how about now? Is that
There he
good?
is.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I was ready, and then I dropped the camera, which was just yes. Hey guys,
What's happening?
what's up? I grew a beard, baby. Hey, I was
I
listening
see.
backstage, so can I just jump right in, or is that
Yeah, go right ahead.
So I do agree with you. Greedflation is a thing, and it's not talked about nearly enough. However, everything I'm seeing is pointing to this not being greedflation because we do have oil reserves. We do make that shit here, but it's our longstanding policy. Those are our strategic oil reserves. That's not for now. That's for when Iran runs out of oil or we piss Big Daddy Russia off or we whatever. That's later. That's unless pre-planning is not our thing currently, but that was the pre-plan. That was. So I think this time, I think prices are going to keep going up for a while, unfortunately. And
no, but it's on purpose. Look, the idea that all the oil that is taken out of Texas and the rest of the United States is only for strategic bullshit. Don't fucking lie to me, right?
I think the purpose this time is not the greedflation. It's not the income. I think that the purpose this time is, well, the convoluted purpose was to try to put pressure on Russia and China, except they like each other. So I don't know how that's going to fucking work in the long run.
Well, I'm going to have to send you the video that I sent Jared because it puts a whole new take on the gas prices. And it has nothing to do with Iran. It has nothing to do with Israel or America. And it has everything to do with a place called Lords of London in London. And they're the ones who carry the maritime insurance. And if they feel like it's too much of a risk for them to insure any of these warships or boats, then they don't. And if you can't get insurance, then nobody lets you dock at their ports. There's over 200 ships with over 200 million barrels of oil sitting docked in the Strait of Hormuz, and the U.S. ain't touching it, and neither is Iran, because it don't belong to either one of them, and they're waiting on their insurance. And what was it called, Dino? The Looper?
The Lloyd's Looper. Yeah.
Well, you guys are right because look, no matter what you think, I mean, we got same day stocking, rush delivery. There's a fancy term for it. I can't remember. We don't stock shit anymore. Everything that we need gets there within 24 hours. But even with that, this shit was too quick. Come on, boats take weeks to travel the oceans, and just all of a sudden we're out the next day. No, that's not how it works.
My biggest issue is one. I understand what you're saying about the reserves, and if you don't recall, old Sleepy Joe let out like 40,000 barrels out of our reserves during his administration. But before that,
and I'm sure our current will at some point pull that trigger too. And
no, this is what I'm saying is when Trump was in office, not only did he open up our reserves, but he also opened up all the fucking the drilling that was going on, which all permits got taken away once the next administration came in. That's when Jared spoke earlier on one of the posts that there's only so many rigs still going, and there's only like one more than the last administration still pumping out. We're not pumping out what we did before because all permits and everything were taken away from our own drilling shit. Because that was my biggest thing. We were energy independent. Selling and taking. We were energy independent. Like Trump or hate him, he had us energy independent. But not only that, we just hit Venezuela for no ungodly reason, and we will just say it was for oil. Where the fuck did the oil go?
See, let me, and then I think you're starting to sniff it out. But the same thing I'm sniffing. And again, I'm just some idiot on the internet. I don't know everything, but if you're thinking a couple strategic steps ahead, it's the same thing with the Canada pipeline when the first time, and the same thing with you saying our permits magically disappearing. It's the same strategic thing in my head. We're not going to use our shit. We're going to take Canada's stuff. We're going to take Venezuela's stuff. We're going to take Iran shit while we still can. And then we're going to use our stuff. I'm sorry, I keep saying shit. Our oil, our strategic oil later. That's ours for later. But you know what? Yeah, we'll buy all of Canada's stuff. Sure, Canada. You guys are like in a freaking ridiculous deficit anyway. Take some of our freaking money. We'll take your resources. Go enjoy your poutine.
We no longer sell to the Americas. We sell to China and maybe the European Union. We have abandoned you. We are
Don't
not
forget India. Don't forget India.
You're being a bad hat. You're being a bad hat right now. You're being a very bad hat right now.
Very good friends with India right now. Okay, we are besties.
Listen,
okay,
you gotta understand. You gotta understand. You guys might, you know, what do they call it? The Geneva suggestions up there. Okay, but it's the same thing down here. Okay, you don't want this smoke. You don't want this. Okay, what do you? God, I would love this.
Actually, they do want the smoke because there's a part of Canada seceding.
Yeah. You guys, you don't want this right now. You don't want this, Ontario. You're getting ready to lose all your western provinces to Trump. Trump is convincing them. That's the wild. I'm sorry. I'm going to shut up and let you guys talk. No. That's the wildest thing I've seen. The wildest thing I've seen is that this sales guy is convincing Canadians that America is better. That's the PS. Sometimes he does some things right. Sometimes he is the greatest salesman. Go ahead.
Taking the western provinces, okay, just so you know, that's like somebody complaining, be like, oh, you're getting rid of your merchandise. Oh, our old nasty whores? Yeah, we're trying to get new stock in. That's why we're giving it up. Because it's dirty and
you guys
used.
You guys want Greenland too.
All STD written, sir. All STD written.
Where are you going to get new stock from? Fucking Antarctica?
Good luck with Alberta.
What the fuck? This is ridiculous. Stupid shit. Stupid.
Hey, that's just because Dan. Hey, listen. Dan wants to go to Lake Louise. I understand. It's called Lake Disease, just so you know. For all the dirty whores.
So just to jump on the Canada hater bandwagon, the only thing that I really know factual about the Canada that's going on right now, apparently Katy Perry caught on fire.
She's gonna get. Hey,
did you see it? Did you see it, dude? She went up like a Michael Jackson commercial, dude. Like she was doing some video and she was supposed to catch, I guess, a little bit on fire, but no, that bitch went up like.
I got this new thing that I'm doing where I want to give entertainers advice. Okay, I'm a schmuck, but I know a few things. Anytime you're on a stage, okay, young actresses, actors, rock stars, whatever, and they say a little bit of fire, they're lying to you. It's not going to be a little bit of fire. Because, just again, the stuff you don't know, to have a little bit of fire costs so much money. You got to have your fire marshals, your insurance, your sprinkler systems need checked. 3 cops got to stand around. A whole fire squad's got to be there. It's not going to be a little bit of pyro. If we're doing pyro, we're doing a lot of pyro, okay?
I'd rather just light someone I don't like on fire.
Dude, it looked like they did that. Dude, like...
She looked like the doll someone made and then pretends to be married to Katy Perry. Let's be honest. And then it went on fire and everything exploded. And listen, I'm not saying...
And she's holding the future of Canada in her belly.
No. Justin Trudeau is pregnant. She is not pregnant. She got him pregnant with her big lady wiener, okay? Justin Trudeau is a gentle soul who's now been impregnated by an American whore, okay?
And you,
a Democrat.
And half of your country wants to join this party. What is going on?
When did you become a Democrat?
What?
When did you become a Democrat?
Me, a Democrat?
You said
no, sir.
How the fuck does that happen? Only
I'm
Democrat.
not. I don't have a political affiliation for the simple fact that I think you guys are all ridiculous. Okay.
Yeah, Dino's pro Greece.
I'm pro Greece. I think the Greek Empire should rule everything. If it wasn't for us, listen, you're all practicing French democracy. You know what French democracy was started for? The exact same thing you're still fighting for. The Greeks, number one. We did it first. We did it the best. And then we took a vacation and everybody ruined everything. Okay?
Listen,
Everything
Hitler.
is garbage.
Listen, Hitler.
No, that was not Hitler. Hitler did have friends in Greece, but that was not Hitler.
If anything, you heard the whole thing was there's one peninsula in Greece. Well, it's 3 peninsulas stick out. One is where people live. One is a monastery where no women are allowed, and one is essentially a site of debauchery to a level that would shame most Roman emperors. Okay. But Greece was actually occupied by Nazis, and that peninsula, that's a monastery, who is also one of the biggest lenders of money to the European Union. Okay, they got mad money. They were like, we would like the Fuhrer to become the personal protector of our monastery, and Hitler's like, fuck yeah, I'll be your personal protector. Never had a problem. You're like, bro, everybody's out here playing fucking checkers. We're playing fucking backgammon, bitch. We are on a different world. Okay, you don't get it.
Hold on. The views expressed here, even the views that I may have in the next particular 15 minutes, are not serious and may never be brought up again. I might change my mind tomorrow.
But they're probably going to be gay, just so you know.
You do see that allegedly across the bottom. That's it.
No, I do not. I'm German. We can't talk about that, man. That the H word is not supposed to leave our mouths.
Oh no. Let's see. That's the bad thing, because you are German and you don't know nothing about your real history.
Listen, I just want to make sure everybody knows it's actually pronounced allegedly, not allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, it's allegedly.
Only at the Leering Center.
Only the Greek guy that started the fucking alphabet. Can't figure out what the fuck it means.
Was that a Somali joke? Did you just make a Somali? Yeah. That was well played. That was well. Give it.
Educate your children at the Leading Center. You will learn so much. Allegedly. It's perfect.
No. If you're gonna do it right.
Oh.
Leering.
And that's too far. And there's the line.
Listen, I'm just surprised that they didn't have more pirate-themed daycares. You know, the whole...
Yeah! I would have done that. I would have had fun with that shit.
Did you guys see the news? MIT is launching a pirate, like, a certification. It's a real...
Oh, no, that exists.
That's a real thing.
Yeah. Being certified as a pirate, it actually exists in like 4 different Ivy League schools where you're like, you could take... It's a course to become a pirate, and you get a certificate and everything. I would just steal the fucking guy's laptop and be like, oh, later.
I am. Look, this is my messed up take for the day. And put a graphic here later, but I am so for scamming the rich. Absolutely sell them a worthless pirate degree. Please get a pirate degree, get a bard degree, and you know what? Go ahead. And then when you get hired for the CEO position, making $17 bajillion a year with a pirate and a liberal art degree, we can all just agree that nepotism is a thing. We can just be like, yeah, his dad got him that job. Or it was a pirate degree.
So I wonder if
this idea came from the same person who, like, within the past 8 years, has had a fit about Trump University.
That was a scam.
That scammed the rich folks out of their money, and them rich folks got them degrees and went and did the same exact fucking thing you just said.
Listen, that was a joke I just made. No one laughed. It's okay. That's usual. But here's the thing: piracy might be a legitimate degree, and if inflation keeps going the way it's going, I do not see long before America's like, you know what? Go steal some boats. Go ahead. They keep touching on.
Dude, they already told the guys down in Texas to they try to pass a law to just let people go over there and start taking cartel guys out.
No, whatever. Listen, I want to know in the pirate course, do you get like an internship in Somalia or like is it anywhere? Is it like a
I want to go to a Swedish school. If I'm going to be a fucking pirate, I want to be a Viking. I'm going Sweden, Greenland. You know, I want to be a real fucking pirate.
Losers go to Somalia. The real ones, they go with Great Britain or Sweden or Scotland or, you know,
let me be very clear.
You know?
Let me be very clear. Are we saying that there is going to be an Ivy League movie of kids who are learning to be pirates and the cool kids go to be Vikings and the loser kids go to Somalia? Is that what we're going to say? Are we going to make that movie?
You're excited for this? No, I'm going to take it further. You're excited for that. I'm excited for the community college pirate program. Like,
oh my god!
I'm excited.
It would be a DEI boat. It would be made out of all different kind of wood that didn't float. 50 fucking colors.
Hey, no.
You would show
the best one.
No. I'll shut up after this.
It wouldn't even be put in the water because it'd be racist.
Lot in Northeast Ohio, your instructor would be smoking Newports or Camels. He'd be like, "Get in the car. We're going to steal some shit." That would be the whole degree.
Here's my question though: is if the pirate class in community college is in a landlocked state, do they just do like a drawing of the boat and tell you where everything is, or like? Because having one of those trailers is expensive, right? So you just draw a picture.
You don't understand Americans. We have Viking party ships on wheels. It's a thing. They're on the back of trailers. It would not be that hard.
I've been on one.
100% get taken out by a Ford F-150 hauling a Viking rowboat on the back of a trailer. It's not impossible.
I mean, I feel like that's the future. Like, come on. They were already. You guys heard that Australia is running out of oil, and they're like, in 19 days we are out of oil. So people were like, in 19 days it's gonna be Fury Road in Australia, just fucking tanker trucks with.
Hey, Mel Gibson predicted another one.
Oh, it's another fucking island Trump's gonna try to take over.
No, he should just turn it back into a prison colony. No, he shouldn't take it over. He should just turn it back into a prison colony. You just start funneling fucking people in it.
He's just gonna abduct their fucking leaders and turn it into a prison colony.
Can you imagine Trump coming out with the Crocodile Dundee hat on? This one was a ripper.
I feel like you remember from Don't Be a Menace to Society While You're Drinking Juice in the Hood, where he has the trailer. He's like, we have a problem, but it's like, nah, bro, that's not a knife. This is a knife, and it's a nuke just pointing down. And he's like, oh,
I feel like there's a lot of natural biological warfare that the Australians could do. I would be more skeptical on fucking with Australia than any of these other, even Iran. Because the koalas have fucking gonorrhea, dude. The flockas have gonorrhea. I mean, there's spiders bigger than my fucking dogs there. There's and they got their own form of Bigfoot, and they got werewolves, and they got fucking kangaroo that will fuck you up.
Okay, hold on.
Worst. I have worst.
I just looked this up.
Australia fought a war against emus and lost. That is
and they got emus.
Hey, and listen,
did they
if you've ever seen, they lost.
Or did they just have a really fun weekend?
I mean, have you seen those guys in helicopters hunting hogs? That's a fun fucking weekend, bro.
People pay for that. Again, the rich people are so out of touch. People pay for that here. They're like, I'm just going to go up in a helicopter. Hold on.
If any of us had the money to do that, you're saying not every one of us wouldn't fucking do it?
100%.
Immediately.
I'd make bacon. I'd make bacon, 100%. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm liberal trash. I'm liberal trash, but I would get in a helicopter. I was just going to tug in. I was about to say, wait a minute. Australia has nukes. They do. They're ours. They have our nukes in Australia. MIT piracy course Australia, you've got like, I don't know, maybe a 24-hour response time before we get there. So you could potentially take our nukes. I don't want to tell you what to do.
Yeah, but see, here's the problem with that. Australians are drunker than the fucking Irish, and nobody talks about that. So can you imagine these half-drunk hillbilly Australians hitting Australia would launch. The nuke would launch. It would take Australia. It would just take Australia.
You're undermining Australians. Go ahead.
That is very much like a fucking Wile E. Coyote type shit.
Yeah,
They push the button and the nuke doesn't move, but Australia sinks 4 feet into the water. I think that would be funnier. I think it would be great. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll be blamed for global warming again, and that the water level's raised.
Australia.
I'll go on record. I'll go on record and just tell you it's because Australia is an island of sin. And God has struck it down. That's what happened. It was nothing to do with
Why is everybody whores except for Greece?
Because
hey, like gentlemen, we kept it between separated by gender, and all you people whorishly just cross-gendered, poured everything out.
Have you seen anything about?
Dude, the word Greek itself is synonymous with butt sex.
Yes,
that's right. Like a gentleman, okay. And you guys. Bunch of perverts having sex with women. Disgusting. Disgusting.
It's called a mentorship program. Okay,
that's what they told you when you were little.
What do they call it? The agoge? No, that was Sparta. It's.
Listen, hey, just so you know, okay. Plutonic friends was derived from Plato because Plato was like, no, the sharing of knowledge should be as a form of camaraderie, not an exchange for sexual favors. So you guys can all suck that, you bunch of goat fuckers. Okay, how about that?
I am uncomfortable.
I would rather fucking go to the sheep any day.
Okay, that was worse. This is going even worse. First of all, Australia, Canada. Okay, I didn't mean it. Okay, you're our longest standing allies. Can we please have a few of your boats to help out would be great. And second of all,
we don't need them.
We asked. I could really use $5. I don't need your $5 fucking dollars. I could really use $5. I don't need it. Anyways, I'm uncomfortable with the amount of our great minds in the past that participated in Greek things. Like I'm uncomfortable with the amount. The more you learn of history, the more I'm like, wow, they all just were there no women?
Yeah.
Were there no women? What?
Have you seen what women do to you? They have pillows on their bed. Useless. You can't sleep on them. Why? Who needs these things? Ridiculous, my friend.
You think olive oil was originally for cooking? Wow. That was the only class. That's how the Westerners fucked it up. We just spit on it and fucking jammed it in.
It was for bathing. And when they saw that the Italians starting to eat with it, they just didn't say anything. They're like, "Oh God."
Listen. We help. We ease it in. Just a small olive. Then you squeeze. It will get everything nice for the fun times. Okay. You use the brain. You don't just I'm going to hold you down. Disgusting. Like animals. What are we, monkeys?
You know what I don't get about it? And I'm not going to try it. This is one thing I'll go to the grave. I'm okay with not trying. But let me just roll because the weird ADHD thought process. Okay, so we got the olive oil and we got our seashell, and we're going to bathe by putting that all over us and scraping it off. And it's going to get the dirt off, right? And it gets some of the hair off too. Whatever. You guys are weird. It's a Mediterranean climate. It's already hot and sticky all fucking day, and you want to make it worse? Why? Could you imagine?
All right, before Dino answers that, I think I can answer that because I'm a tropical people also.
Please, tropical people under here, please.
I think you were just with some dirty Greek whore that was from America. I have never heard of any shit like that. I mean, they got the fucking ocean right there. Natural sea salt. You rub it on.
Look it up. It's a real thing. He made the joke. I'm just piggybacking off of what the Greeks said. It's a real thing. That's what they use. And the ocean was right there. Right?
Yeah, I feel like that seashell is made of soap.
In jail?
Listen, my
Where'd
friend.
jail come from?
I can't teach you how to use the earth to love you. Okay, this is not. I cannot educate you on how to work with nature. Okay, come on, don't be ridiculous. You're in there showering with acid, and you think I am clean. No, you're dirty. You're disgusting. All of this is going to be in a new set. Just so you know.
I don't know if he's doing the Greek accent right.
Like I said,
I'm
when
not
did God
sure.
get in here?
Listen.
He
I
is
don't know,
Greek
you're-
though, so it's,
You're all dirty perverts with your womanizing and filth. Okay.
Look, that is a real Greek accent because I've been to Greek festivals with Dino, and the looks that, like, they looked at Dino like he was just some tall white dude, like some biker.
Yeah.
And then Dino starts speaking Greek to him, and it's like they done met like kin from another land, and they want to converse with him. And well, no, that was a little bit way too far to the sand.
Hey,
That was to the sand. My fault.
this was a couple times because I'll just throw out Greek words in a group setting, and then you see old people go, hey, 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 and they'll just point at you, and you're going, yeah, what's up?
How do you say thank
And
you?
then, hey, Efkaristo.
What?
So, Efkaristo. So
Fuck your
if
cat in the store. That's what he said.
Well,
That's pretty fun.
It sounded
I
like
mean-
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, Greeks, but it sounded like I've got a store. I was like, of course you run a shop somewhere.
listen, where do you think you got language from, my friend? Without us, you would still be clicking and banging things to communicate to your friends. Yeah, you'd be hitting a drum, going, hey, 3 is yes, 2 is no. Come on, don't. We gave you the luxury of poetry, and you said shit. That's what happened. Hey, Greg, I'm gonna need a copy of this recording. If you can send it to me through WeTransfer whenever you have a chance. Just let me know,
Dino just got a whole set. Like this is going on stage.
bro. When I go out to Vancouver, I'm doing this entire thing as a set with Rob. And Rob is like, he's gonna fuck every man in here. I'm like, listen, get me the oil. I will show you all how to do it. Okay?
I will sponsor freaking olive oil for you. I will send you with olive oil.
Wait a minute. What was the fucking oil? What was the oil? Do you remember?
We're not
Ryan,
rolling.
you don't remember the oil?
No, we're not rolling the bus back.
Oh, what the-
Oh,
The oil!
I'm not plugging that. I'm not. No, we're a cleaner company now. They can find it on the YouTube channel. That I'm not plugging that.
Oh, can we get a sponsorship from some lube?
We-
That-
dude, it was a lube. It was a lube that we like. It was, dude, it was silly as shit.
we made one up. That's all. I'll say.
Hey, I wonder if Cole has any of them videos.
I still have them. They're on the channel. Go look and find them.
Was it
That's
Kyle?
when that's when you say, listen, you cook the dinner and then you have the party, okay? It's twofold. 2 reasons. That's why it's twice the size.
What's twice this? What are we talking about? What?
A large bottle, not the thin one. You need girth, my friend. Come on.
Oh, you like
That is- hey,
Oh,
the
you
ladies love the girth, okay?
You like
They
the
don't
fake
want
olive oil. You like the fake
they
olive
don't
oil in
want
the
the
big jar.
souvlaki. They don't want the souvlaki stick. They want the whole tenderloin, you know? Come on. Don't be ridiculous. Listen, it's already late. I gotta go.
We gotta go too.
I'm gonna piss my pants, to be honest
You
with you.
like Balky Bartakamus.
I prefer.
He was Greek, you idiot. He was a Greek man.
I prefer peanut oil.
That's actually true. Balki Bartakamis, that character is supposed to be Greek.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, then I guess your accent is spot on.
Yeah. Nobody said. No.
All right.
I think Dan is stoned.
I think Dan might be. Yeah.
I think Dan might just be on the fucking short bus. What the fuck, Dan?
I have to run. I have to run though. I have to get to the
I
bank.
didn't get here somehow.
All right.
I love
Yeah.
you guys. Bye.
All right. Well,
I
before
told
we
you
end it,
everybody today.
make sure you check out. We got mental health tomorrow night.
Yep.
Then there's Generation Dan Sunday, and then Monday morning we got motherfucking Monday, and then movie night. We haven't picked a movie yet, but I'm sure we'll figure it the fuck out.
Yeah,
So,
I also have morning motivational rant is tomorrow at 2 and then on Monday as well. But yeah.
tomorrow at 2.
Yeah, I gotta do a thing in the morning. That's why.
Yeah.
I am very important, Mr. Marco. Okay, I have a business to attend to.
All right, y'all. Y'all be safe.
Good night, y'all.